Welcome to Hangman Tarot. We're going to get started here, Sagittarius, with your predictions for July of 2022. We're going to get into all sorts of things, all your general reading, your love reading also, so they're combined this time just to make things a little bit easier. But first, before we start, I want you to hit subscribe to Hangman Tarot, and don't forget to click that bell. The rest of the spiel will be after this, so stay tuned for that at the end if you want any more information on Hanged Man. All right, we're going to go all the way into your love outlook, your money outlook, your finances, your job, whatever comes up. Just kind of trying to find out what your biggest obstacle is for July, and it's very soon upcoming. So it's just around the corner, so you're probably feeling the remnants of the situation or whatever you're dealing with. All right, let's just get quite into this. I'm going to find out where you are currently, Sagittarius. We're going to find out where you are. All right. Okay. So we've got the Lovers, Page of Swords. We've also got our Queen of Swords in reverse, darling. There's definitely some sort of a decision that needs to be made here. And you're currently in a place where you're trying to make that decision, but it's like whatever you're trying to make a decision on, this could be dealing with an air sign. I feel like you're needing to make a choice, and it's going to help you to be a little bit, I don't know, it's going to clear the mind. It's going to help the struggle. But you're trying to learn how to communicate with this person, but this person is very conflicted already. So you making a decision to, jump in and try and communicate and deal with this, make a plan, like find make some sense of this relationship, whatever this relationship might be. This person does not want to communicate back, even though you might be reaching out, you might be calling them. I'm not quite sure, but you're definitely trying to, have some space for them, and you're trying to learn how to do this. So that's a good thing too. That's a plus. But I definitely think the decision is something that is based off of romance or love. Again, this could be platonic also, just kind of depends on where it resonates for you. But they're kind of being I feel like they're very aggressive. This person's very aggressive, and they probably intimidate you a little bit. And I mean, or vice versa. It might be why they're not even talking to you, however that comes out. But you're trying to be very clear when you're communicating. You're trying to come across, you're not trying to come across with any kind of fogginess, with anything really hindering whatever you're saying. But again, you're not like super good at communicating for some reason when it comes to this mental struggle, but you're trying. You're trying, darling. All right, let's get into all of the stuff going on financially. All right, so whatever this dealing is, I feel like you're being a little neglectful when it comes to maybe the traditions or some sort of rules or some sort of regulations within your job, okay, your financial job or whatever makes you money, okay? Now, I feel though you are really even though you're action-oriented, there's definitely something coming across almost like maybe too intense. Maybe it's just like you're very intense about this job. But again, you're coming across like you're not wanting to do what they say to do. Now, these are put in the policies or the rules or whatever it is that this job is wanting you to do. I feel like you could even be trying to expand on whatever it is, knowledge or being educated. I feel like you're trying to study or something. I feel like you definitely could use a hand because you're coming in really quick with the communication. Something's coming in a message maybe. I'm not quite sure what it is, but you're being very cold and moody about it. Like, I don't understand why, but this has a lot to do with your job or your business. Again, let's find out what it is. What are we talking about here? What is this situation? Okay, it definitely has to do with work with this 3 of Wands. Upright, we got the Star card. So something really positive, super inspiring, hopefully brings a lot of flow to your life, a lot of balance. This does have potential, okay? This definitely has some potential in it. And it's going to be like all for you in this upcoming month, okay? It's a very warm, I feel like I feel like if you're really determined and you're really inspired to do this, you're going to go for it. Okay. That's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm seeing. It's going to be a really positive thing for you. What is the likely outcome of this? So it's almost like some sort of a letter comes in, some sort of a message comes in, however that resonates, however that comes in. But I feel like it's definitely not going to confuse you. It's almost like the key to what you need to do for your job. And it's going to bring in a new cycle. So the likely outcome is that, yeah, you're going to move forward. You're going to proceed forward no matter how much trouble or how much trouble you don't have through the situation. You are going to get into a place where you're going to kind of like start this new thing. But by the ending of July, there's definitely going to be this new beginning and a new start because you have ended an old cycle somewhere along the way. Now, there is a father card here, resisting a father energy. So like a negative father energy. So it's not even like a super good father energy. I just feel like this energy, it's very temperamental and even dangerous. Okay. So I just feel like when you have an energy like that around you and you're either the father role or somebody around you has a father role, I just feel like there's a meaningless thing to it, but not meaningless, if that makes sense. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So if you don't deal with this, I know that you don't want to deal with this because it takes a lot of strength and a lot of deep courage. So I know that you don't want to deal with this because there's definitely lacking some energy in these cards, but I feel like you should. Now, either you're lacking stability or somebody around you is making you feel like you're lacking stability. This could even just be a father card, illness. It comes right by the death card. So it could even be illness with a father. If that's the case, and that's where you run with this, because there is a lot, like even after you're kind of going around at the end of July, finding out about the father stuff, there is that lack of courage. So there is that lack of strength. And that's going to come across, when you're grieving or you're losing somebody or there's, some sort of change or loss. I mean, this is grief. This would be grief. This would be grieving. However that resonates. That is definitely something that did pop up out of nowhere. I'm just trying to do a reading for their job and you just keep popping up. All right. We're going to move into our love reading. All right. Okay, Sag. All right, let's get your love overlook. Let's look and see what's going on upcoming in July here. Within a day, I mean, you're probably already, again, feeling some of this situation or whatever's going on. Okay, 10 of Pentacles we have upright. We got our Ace of Pentacles that's in reverse, and then we have our Fool card. All right, so you have hesitation in upcoming July, kind of second guessing yourself about something that brings a lot of security. There's a lot of value in whatever this situation. You could have a lot of wealth too, whoever you're dealing with anyway. You could even just physically be like kind of home, but I feel like there is probably another person here. There's somebody here who they're impulsive. And they might be a little immature at times. And they also, so you're aware, they fall in love with the idea of falling in love. So they don't necessarily like love the person specifically. They really love the idea of loving somebody. And with this impulsiveness and just kind of like resisting like a new beginning situation, it just feels like to me that maybe count on it. You don't want to rely on it. You don't even want to think it's going to be a new start or a new beginning. But you did come into July with kind of an ending cycle. Now this for an old relationship, but I just feel like it's kind of like the beginning. Yeah. Okay. The big idea is that they misuse they stand in their ground, yes, but sometimes they're wrong and sometimes they tell you that they're wrong. So it's just like a complete emotional dumpster. And you feel like the past is never really left behind. So again, this is something that you might have renewed. This might be like a let's try it again type situation. Going deep on the inward for you with this person, but this person is not on the deep with you. That's why it's just like a whole dumpster full of in their leftovers because they don't, I'm not actually diligent and like do what they're supposed to in a relationship. Dealing with it, if that makes sense. Okay. You'd be completely manipulating yourself if you dealt with this person. This person's an air sign or a fire sign. Yeah. You're wanting somebody energy focused, somebody who's completely focused on you. But again, they are very concerned. They're probably more really going to be like, I don't know. They're just kind of reckless. They don't really have a direction with you here. Let's find out a likely outcome with this person for the upcoming month of July for Sagittarius. We got our High Priestess, 3 swords. Okay, so I think in the past you definitely put in a lot of work with. I think you've traveled, you might have even moved in with each other, had a house, however that looks, but you could even just have movement with this person. But I feel like there's a fear here of how them how you feel. You'd rather hide it than tell them. So like is that you're going to find acceptance, even though they may not be the best person, to be in a relationship with. I feel like you don't want this to have an effect down. Okay. So you're like, whatever, let's just focus on this. I'll focus on you. We'll find acceptance. That's you. Like, that doesn't necessarily say that person, but I feel like you really need to know that that's you, what you're going to do. Again, this could resonate opposite way. I have no idea. Let's find out our biggest obstacle. And this is going to be Swords upright, Queen of Wands in reverse. Okay. So experience this month is definitely going to feel like there's no winning. With this 5 of a fight that's way larger than you'll ever be, this person will ever be, and you just kind of like, I don't know, you're very rat, like you're just okay with that. It's going to be kind of like the biggest idea theme of your month is that really, even like with your person, again, it's just resonating and kind of confirming that on forgiveness and being okay with the person, whoever they are, even though they are fucked up. Even though they may not be fully, it's fine. You're going to be happy. I mean, there's a stable home life anyway. Each other in your own little way. I think it's definitely going to hear that first yumminess in the relationship. It's going to start really losing it here. And I feel like you're going to start, okay, be sufficient, because if that person doesn't put in effort or put in focus, they got to show up. And likely outcome is that you come showing up. It doesn't really say that they're going to show up, but I feel like, again, if you take your time, what they are, I mean, eventually spark is just, so we'll see. Hopefully it turns a little bit differently for you. I'm going to get out of here. Please go ahead and hit subscribe to Heroes and thank that bell. When you do that, you're going to receive all my notifications for love, general, and check out comments if you have any questions and details. All my social media is right there. You can get a hold of me there always and forever, honey. And share, like, and follow on all the videos do pop up right about here on the upload. And I hope that you all enjoy the last couple days of June. I'm like, what? Sick, by the way. Brain together. I feel like my brain was sick rather than my entire body and mind and soul. All right, I gotta get out of here. Please enjoy the rest of June. See ya.